Hello friends, this is a session on examples on mixture and alligation. We've discussed the concepts of mixture and alligation in a different session. So now we'll see how do we use those concepts with the help of examples. So let's move to the first example. In a mixture of 180 liter, the ratio of milk to water is 2:1. Now, if we have to change this ratio to 1:2, how much water should be added to it? So, let's find out. First of all, how much milk is there in the mixture? So, we know that the mixture is 180 liter and milk to water ratio is 2:1. So, we get milk is 2/3 into 180, which makes it 120 liter of milk. Similarly, water in the mixture is the remaining 60 liter. So now we need to add more water to it to make the ratio as 1:2. So let's take water to be added is X. So what will be the total water content in this mixture now? After the water is added, it becomes 60 plus X liter. Now if we have to see the ratio, or we can say the new ratio of milk to water, this becomes 120 liter because the milk content is still the same. Divide by 60 plus X, and we know that this ratio should be 1:2. So we can cross multiply and we get 60 plus X is equal to 240, which gives us X equal to 180 liter. So that means we will need to add 180 liter of water to the mixture to change the ratio of milk to water to become 1:2. So moving on to the second example, in what ratio must two varieties of tea, one being 27 rupees per kg and the other being 31 rupees per kg, so in what ratio should these two be mixed so that by selling the mixture at rupees 35 per kg, a profit of 25% is made? So we are saying that the selling price of mixture is 35 per kg. So we'll first have to find out the cost price, and the profit is given to be 25%. So we can calculate the cost price of the mixture by the formula 35. The cost price is given by selling price into 100 by 125. So that comes out to be 28 rupees per kg. So this is the cost price of the mixture. Now we'll use the rule of alligation. We have one variety at 27, we have the other variety at 31, and we have the mixture at 28. So using the rule of alligation, we'll subtract 28 from 31, we get 3 here, and we'll subtract 27 from 28, we get 1 here. So the ratio of mixing 27 is to 31, these two varieties, ratio of, we can actually say ratio of varieties to be added to the mixture is 3:1. So this is the ratio in which the two varieties should be mixed so that we can get the new mixed variety at 28 per kg, and hence by selling it at 35 we make a profit of 25%. Let's move to the next example. How much water should be mixed in 38 liter of milk worth rupees 50 per liter so that the mixture's value become 38 per liter? So now again we'll use the allegation rule here. So we have milk at 50 rupees per liter and we have water at 0 per liter, which is freely available. So the resultant cost of mixing is 38 per liter. So the mixture's value is 38 per liter. So this gives us, we subtract 0 from 38 and we subtract 50 from 38, which gives us 12. So the ratio, see this is milk here and this is water. So the ratio of milk to water will be given by 38 by 12. So this would mean that we have 38 liter of milk and 12 liter of water added to it, and we have to find out just that, how much water should be added. So 12 liter of water should be added to 38 liter milk to get this mixture value at 38 rupees per liter. So moving on to the fourth question. Two alloys contain copper and iron in the ratio 5:8 and 5:3 respectively. Now they are melted in equal quantities and mixed. What is the ratio of iron to copper? So it is given that they are taken in equal quantities. So let's first find out iron in first alloy. How much is the iron? The ratio is copper to iron. So we'll say 8 by 5 plus 8, 13. And iron in second alloy is 3 by 3 plus 5, which is 8. Similarly, we'll find out copper in first alloy is given by 5 divided by 5 plus 8, which is 13. Copper in second alloy is 5 by 5 plus 3, 8. So since they are mixed in equal quantities, if we have to find out the content of iron to copper ratio in the mixture, we'll just add the iron content, which is 8 by 13 plus 3 by 8, divide by the copper, sum of the copper content, which is 5 by 13 plus 5 by 8. This comes out to be 103 by 105. So the ratio of iron to copper in this newly formed alloy will be 103:105. Right, so this is how we are using the concept of mixture, and this is how we are getting the different ratios and the pricing as the need be. So now let's move on to the fifth example. Two equal vessels contain milk and water mixture in the ratio 1:1 and 3:1. Now in what ratio should they be mixed so that the ratio of milk to water becomes 3:2? So let's first of all take milk in first vessel is 1/2 and milk in second vessel is 3 by 4. Right? Now, what is the required milk in the mixture? We are saying it should be 3:2 of milk and water, so it becomes 3 by 5. So this is what we need as per the given statement. So let's use the rule of alligation here. So we are saying in the first vessel we have 1 by 2 of milk, in the second vessel we have 3 by 4 of milk, and the resultant is 3 by 5 of milk. So we'll subtract 3 by 5 from 3 by 4, we get 3 by 20, and we'll subtract half from 3 by 5 and we get 1 by 10. So now the ratio of the two will be given by 3 by 20 is to 1 by 10, which can be, if we write this 1 by 10 as 2 by 20, we say that the ratio is 3:2. So the first vessel should be 3 times, or you could say 3 vessels of the first kind and 2 vessels of the second kind would be mixed together to get this required mixture, where the ratio of milk to water is 3:2. Now moving on to the 6th question, we divide 85 rupees among a group of 100 teachers and students such that each teacher gets 1 rupee and each student gets 50 paisa. We need to find out the number of students. Let's first of all see if all are teachers. If there is no student, that would mean, what is the total sum of money? We have 100 teachers into 1 rupee, which gives us 100 rupees. If all are students, then the total sum would be 100 is the size of the group into 0.5, because they are getting 50 paisa. This would give 50 rupees. Now let's use the allegation. So if there were all teachers, it would be 100. If there were all students, it would be 50. But we know that the net money that we had was 85 rupees. So we get 35 here and 15 here. So ratio of students to teacher become 15:35. This is students and these are teachers, right? So this is 3:7. So we can say the number of students that we have to find out becomes 3 by 10 of the total, which is 100. So this is 30 students we have amongst this group of 100 teachers and students. Moving on to the 7th example. In a zoo, there are some rabbits and pigeons. Their head count is 35 and their legs are counted to be 120. Find the number of rabbits in the zoo. Again, we'll take the same approach. If all are rabbits, what would be the number of legs? We have the total head count is 35. So we'll say 35 into, rabbit have 4 legs. So this gives us 35 into 4, which is 140. But if all are pigeons, then the number of legs would have been 35 into 2, because pigeons have 2 legs, so that gives us 70. So if we have rabbits at 140, if they were all pigeons, it would have been 70, but we know that the legs count is given to be 120. So now using the rule of alligation, we get this 50 and 20. So we'll say ratio of rabbits to pigeons is 50 is to 20, or we can say 5 is to 2. We have to find out number of rabbits. Number of rabbits would be 5 by 7 into the total count, which is 35. This gives us 25. So out of 35 we have 25 rabbits and 10 pigeons. Moving on to the 8th example. In a class of 300, 60% boys pass and 45% of girls pass, while the total pass percentage of the class is given as 55%. We need to find out the number of boys in the class. Again, we'll use the rule of allegation here. So we say 60% boys pass, 45% girls pass, but the net result is 55% of the students pass. So we get the ratio of boys to girls is 10 is to 5, which is 2 is to 1. So the number of boys will become 2 by 3 into 300 is the total strength of the class. So that gives us 200. So we have 200 boys here. We can just double check also in some of the cases. Let's do it here. So if we have 60% of the boys pass, so we are saying 60% of the 200 is 120 boys pass. 45% of the girls pass, and the girls count is 100. So 45% of the girls pass means 45 girls pass. So the total number of students who pass is 120 plus 45, which is 165. And if we see 55% of total 300 comes out to be 165. So this is just a cross check that we are doing. This is not required to solve the problem. The problem is solved simply by the rule of allegation. Let's move on to the 9th example. A barrel contains 36 liters of milk. 1/6 of it is taken out and replaced with equal quantity of water. Again, 1/6 of the mixture is taken out and replaced with equal quantity of water. Find the amount of water in the container. So we've already discussed that the formula for this is x minus y by x whole raised to the power n, where n is the number of times this is repeated. The process is repeated, right? So since it is repeated 2 times, we can say n here is 2. X is the initial quantity, which is 36, minus 1/6 of it is taken out. 1/6 becomes 1/6 of 6 become 1/6 of 36 becomes 6 is taken out, minus the original again 36 raised to the power 2. Now this is the ratio of milk to the mixture. So this becomes 30 by 36 whole square. If we cancel this we get 5 by 6 whole square, which is 25 by 36. And since the barrel contains 36 liter of milk, so we can say milk in the mixture after this process being repeated 2 times is 25 liter. So the water in the mixture will be the rest of the portion, which is 36 minus 25. So we have 11 liter of milk in the resulting mixture. Moving on to the last question. A container of capacity 54 liter is full of milk. 1/3 of it is taken out and replaced with equal quantity of water. Then again 1/3 of the mixture is taken out and replaced with equal quantity of water, and this process is repeated 3 times. Find the milk left in the container at the end of the third operation. So again, using the same formula, ratio of milk to mixture is given by x minus y by x whole raised to the power n. Since the process is repeated 3 times, n is 3, x is 54 liter, y is 1/3 of 54 liter, which is 18. So the ratio is equal to 54 minus 18 divided by 54 whole raised to the power 3. So this we get 36 by 54 raised to the power 3. So we cancel this. 18 2s are 36 and 18 3s are 54. So we get 2 by 3 whole cube, which is nothing but 8 by 27. So the amount of milk in the final mixture is 8 by 27 into the total mixture was 58 liter. So this is 16 liter. So the resulting mixture now has only 16 liter of milk after repeating this process 3 times. So friends, hope you enjoyed the session. You can visit us at our Cool Smart Learning website and subscribe to our YouTube channel for getting the latest updates on this.